Good evening, guys. And tonight, we're going to be making an alternate history prediction if John Kerry was elected president in 2004, and this is if he is facing against Senator John McCain from the great state of Arizona. In this scenario, President Kerry being from the great state of Massachusetts. But this would be if the Great Recession still happens, but John Kerry is still at fault for the Great Recession at this time, which of course will hurt him, as it hurt John McCain in 2008, as we saw the landslide that he lost by. It'll affect John Kerry, but it won't be as bad as George Bush will be at partial blame, but it'll still hurt him a lot, as well as him being he could be perceived as a liberal, being from Massachusetts, and McCain being more of a moderate, which will help John McCain in that scenario. And I hope you do enjoy this video. Please leave a like. If you did enjoy, please subscribe as well, so that I can continue making this content, so that I know that you do enjoy this content. Please comment any suggestions. Comment any states you think I got wrong, I should flip, or I should not. And just tell me if you do or do not disagree. Let's get on with the safe states for John Kerry. Again, like all my videos, of course, the West Coast is always safe. New Mexico wasn't entirely safe in this year. Only 3 out of the 4 in Maine are safe. And that Minnesota. Actually, the RNC was in Minnesota, so we'll leave that as toss-up. But this will be our starting map. For John Kerry will have 190 electoral votes. Now let's go with the safe states for John McCain. I will say Arizona is safe in this scenario. All these Great Plains states, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, all 5 of Nebraska's electoral votes. As we do know in real life, Barack Obama did win one of those electoral votes. I'll say Georgia is safe as well. Indiana, and this will be our starting map. Oops, I actually forgot to mark them for John McCain, but this will be our starting map. John McCain will have 190 electoral votes to John McCain's 174. And I'll just say straight off the bat, John McCain will win Colorado because of his moderate issues, his stance on immigration. That will help him with minority votes. He did, in my opinion, seem as a pretty good, energetic candidate in 2008. And by the way, this is if John McCain doesn't choose Sarah Palin. As we know how that turned out. So Colorado will go to John McCain. His immigration stance will also help him with minorities. I feel he will do better with minorities in this scenario. So he will win Colorado. And same thing goes for North Carolina. As we saw, the margin of what happened in 2008, that state will go red. Again, even with all the things against him, Barack Obama barely won that state. That state will go. And same thing with Virginia. If the Great Recession does happen, which will affect President John Kerry in this scenario, Virginia, because of that reason, was turning lean blue, and because of the Great Recession that hurt John McCain. In this scenario, it'll help him, which will make Virginia a safe state. And I'll say right now, Pennsylvania will go to John Kerry, because in this year, Pennsylvania was still a more democratic state. He will get much of the vote here, bring the vote out, so this is what it'll start as. It's an exact tie as of now. And I believe John Kerry will also carry Michigan at 17 electoral votes. Again, he'll win in the big cities. Detroit, Um, and yeah, um, and this will be a big one at this time. But I believe Missouri will go to John McCain. At this moment in time, Missouri was a bellwether state. At the time, because of course it did vote for all the winners in the past. I forget. I don't remember the exact number, but it was very. It was a bellwether state. And I'll say now also Nevada will go red, because I believe John McCain will not be able to appeal to those. John Kerry won't be able to appeal to the people in Nevada. Of course, John McCain in this scenario will win with Washoe County, as we saw what happened in 2004 for him in real life. John Kerry didn't get as the votes that he needed in Las Vegas, and I believe John McCain will carry that state. And the thing about it, I believe Maine will John Kerry will win that congressional district, because even John McCain being a moderate, John Kerry I believe will appeal to those people, those workers, but it'll be very close. Just like in Nebraska, but this time for John McCain in Maine, but it won't actually flip. Now, I believe, again, Iowa was close in 2000 and 2004, but I believe this time John McCain will get the edge with the white evangelical vote. I believe that state will go red. So as you see, we have a few states on our screen left. We have 6 states to be particular. Ohio, which gave George Bush, not the exact victory, but practically the victory, as he was 266, and then Alaska 3, which practically gave him the victory. But we have Wisconsin, which was also close in 2004. Same thing with Minnesota. Same thing in New Mexico, New Hampshire, and Florida. But I believe Wisconsin will go to Senator Kerry, because or President Kerry, excuse me, because of again, the state was very liberal, very democratic. And I believe that will also go for Montana, because thinking about it, I believe the RNC won't be held there. They'll be held somewhere else, which I'll say in a bit. Which I believe this is why Montana will go blue. But again, John McCain's stance on immigration will be a huge factor in this election, which is why I'm going to say New Mexico goes red. It'll go red because of his stance on immigration. As you know, New Mexico is very liberal on immigration, and so is John McCain. He's pretty moderate on immigration. He's for border security with comprehensive immigration reform, which will help him in these Sunbelt states. So as we see, it is getting very close. John McCain can win with Ohio and New Hampshire or Florida. Well, John McCain can win with Florida and New Hampshire, or he has to win all 3. But I'll say it right now. John McCain will win Ohio. This is because I believe he will do good in the northeastern suburbs. John Kerry won't have in this scenario the same performance he had in Ohio in 2004, which in this scenario he won. He won't have that same scenario, because I believe voter turnout for him will be low. There will be a lot of flipped votes. People won't be voting down the ballot for one party. And I believe John McCain, being a moderate, will appeal to both sides, which will help him in such a close state like Ohio. Considered, I guess you could say, ground zero. But yeah, he'll carry that state. And I believe John McCain will carry Florida, which puts him over 270. Again, yes, this does mean John Kerry does lose the presidency, he does lose re-election. But I believe this because of again John Kerry. John McCain. Again, I forgot to mention this, but also his experience as a war hero will also help in many of these states, especially like Virginia. Very that voted based. That's very military like. Pro war. Pro Iraq war, I believe. But also, I believe, again, him being a moderate, his immigration stance will help him very much in these states. Like in Florida, he'll win the Eiffel Corridor, he'll get the vote in the Panhandle, in rural areas, he'll carry that state. And if you see this, it's actually just like 2004, what happened in real life. It's basically the same thing, except I'm going to say New Hampshire goes for John McCain as well. Because New Hampshire, I like to call it the 50-50 state, because of how close it is in all the elections. As we saw in the Senate race in 2016, as we saw in the presidential race in 2016, both races being decided by less than a point. But I believe again, John McCain, being a moderate, will get his base out and will attract some independents and Democrats. And again, as you saw in 2004, New Hampshire was also very close. Even though the neighboring state to New Hampshire is Massachusetts, I don't believe John Kerry will have enough appeal to those people to win. So this is my final map. John McCain has 290 electoral votes. He defeats President Kerry. Two President Kerry's 248. Excuse me. As we know, this is basically an exact replica of 2004, except New Hampshire going red. So, yeah. I do hope you did enjoy my video. Please leave a like if you did enjoy. Please subscribe as well so I continue making these videos, and I do know you did enjoy them. Please comment down if you believe any state should flip. If you disagree with this, anything, criticism, anything, I take everything. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next video.